Mm, 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 mm. And you lied to me. Don't know what I'm gonna do. You lied to me. Mm-mm. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Um, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Mental House with me, your host, Khadija. Now, I want y'all to excuse me. If y'all see me bouncing, no, I'm not fiending for drugs or anything like that. I should be, uh, but I'm not. I'm bouncing on my ball, of course, to work out my calves. Okay, so in case y'all want to know. Um, but I am really, really, really disturbed. Um, and this happens every day, and it definitely happens when we are not truly, truly aware of narcissistic behavior, narcissistic traits, or I hate to use that word narcissist, or psychotic, just psychopathic type of behavior. Okay. And when we're not really using that and keeping that as a 24-hour focus, and our focus is just like having a relationship or, you know, companionship, because everybody wants that, I guess, to some degree. Then you really, really, really are setting yourself. I mean, you out here swimming in shark infested waters. Okay. So um, I just want to share with y'all something that really disturbed me about another YouTuber that I watch quite frequently because I appreciate his honesty, like I do Corey Holcomb, whether I agree with everything he says or disagree with him. So shout out to the 5150 Nation. But I try to judge people by their heart. Okay, so I can see your heart. And what's real interesting to me is that I've been watching Mr. Walter Lee Hampton for a while, and you know, I like to hear some of his stories that he tell, relationship stories from a gay male perspective. I think it's very important. He's openly gay, and he's um, you know, he's not flamboyant and run that I see. But it is what it is. So he was doing this series, and it comes in parts and parts and parts. So I decided because I had been seeing it pop up on my timeline, I just didn't really have the time or anything to watch it. You know, but of course, this being a holiday weekend and me trying to get some working out in, um, I can watch some of my favorite YouTube uh, content creators. Shout out to you all, and still get my workout on. But what happened with Walter was so disturbing for me. It was so disturbing because, from all intents and purposes, he was involved with an individual of in my opinion, a pure psychopath or sociopath, whatever you want to call it, extreme narcissist that would actually put this man's health in jeopardy by having sex with him and lying to him about his status being he's HIV positive. Now that story crosses all kinds of boards. Okay, you don't have to be a gay male. You can be in a straight relationship. Or you can be a woman or you can be a man. When you get involved with a man and you don't have the courage to say, are you clean? Or let's take a test together, then you can be tricked. Okay? Um, the sad part about it, the sad part about it is the way he found out. Because yes, I have been listening to this series because when I say swimming in shark infested water, sometimes when you just don't deal with what your childhood drama and challenges have been, sometimes you repeat the same behaviors looking for a corrective outcome for your childhood damage. And sometimes it's hard to tell people that, and sometimes they get very offended. So, in my opinion, you know, you have to take the bitter with the sweet, but you just have to be honest with yourself, and it's not a thing where you have to beat yourself up over because you already feel bad enough, but it is to take a real close look at what has happened through childhood that we feel it's a great need to attach ourselves to people who disappoint us, and who lie to us and have no remorse. Because to me, anytime somebody who knows that you're such an advocate for keeping your body safe, and you take your medicines and you work out heavily, and um, you take medicines to prevent even a possibility, I think that's what you allege, and I believe you. I don't see no reason why you would lie about something like that. The point I'm trying to make is when you encounter a psychopath or somebody that just wants to bring you down or somebody that's just jealous of you, you don't even understand how serious this psychology can go with these individuals. You can actually have people, and you might think they like you for all the right reasons. You're charming, you're beautiful, you're handsome, whatever it is, you know. And they're not just uh, targeting you because they see those things or whatever, but they see something in your character, which is good. But they also see it as a vulnerable tool, and that vulnerability, because they're a predator, it allows them to be like a parasite. And then before you know it, you're constantly into this relationship where you're trying to take care of a person. Because believe it or not, when they're using you, you want something out of the relationship too, as well. You're using them. And that's one of the hardest things to take. It's like, well, really? I'm doing that as well. Yeah, because you know, you're trying to control them in a sense when you give them all the things that they can't provide for themselves. You call yourself making it easy on them, but why? And because you feel that if you provide all these things, then that person will like you more, or that person will not mistreat you. But in a way, that's you trying to be controlling too. So this stuff gets real, real crazy, and especially with people who have been indoctrinated with religion. And see, if you got a religion in your background, I mean, a whole bunch of it, it can really seriously make you kind of like hate church people and religion and all that stuff. But um, I, I'm past all that. And there had been a time in my life where I did. I used to talk about Christians, Muslims, and all of them like dogs, really. But then now at the stage I am in my life, I find solace in Scripture. I find truth in Scripture. Not necessarily the religious aspect of it, but I go back to the origins of Scripture, and I go back to where it comes from, and I go back because of my thirst for knowledge and education. I know that all of the spiritual concepts came from us. So whatever they branched them off and put them into a religion, it really doesn't matter. The concept, we gave all of it to the world. So if you could take it back to its origin, then you would see those concepts are so real. And if some people say the Bible is basic instructions before leaving Earth, you know, and that's a pretty good way to look at it if you want to. You got to know how to eat the meat and throw away the bone. You already know the craziness in there. Slave being a good slave to your master and all that kind of crazy. That, you know, miss me with that. But there are certain concepts, in that book, like where your treasure is. That's where you'll find your heart. So whatever your treasure is, that's where your heart lies also. So you might feel a lot of people that say, "Oh, I'll do this, I'll do this," but if they really, really are motivated by something else, that's what they really gonna put their heart into. So if it's getting over on you, if it's trying to make a fool out of you, if it's trying to infect you, I never forgot about. In fact, I never even wanted to be in the company of a cousin of mine who married a person who said that if she ever had um, AIDS or HIV, she would pass it around to anybody that she could. And I thought to myself, ah, what a pathetic human being. And I wanted to make sure I heard her correctly. I said, are you what? Are you saying that if somebody gave you, whether you knew who gave it to you or not, that you would actually purposely go on a mission to infect as many people as you possibly could? And she told me, yes, she would. Without hesitation, without remorse. That to me is a psychopath. Okay? Because it's that is not, I mean, what? What makes you think something like that? I would be thinking how I would try to correct my behavior. And I know that it's too late, but I would learn to be more honest and open because I know that this is something serious. And if I've never been open and honest in my life, maybe that's why I got this, so I could be open and honest for once. But my God, there are people out here that would purposely poison other people sexually to get what they wanted out of that person. I hope everything turns out okay, because so far, so good with, you know, um, Brother Walter. Um, I just think you live in a day and age, if you want to have sex, you have to always have it protected. It's just that simple. And until you really fully go through self help and understanding your damage, you really don't need to be in any kind of relationship. Pursuing it or if you're being pursued, you should turn it down, and you definitely shouldn't be pursued because you're going to find yourself in that situation a lot. And it just seems like you have. So with that being said, I want y'all to think about all the people you got in your life and all the people you're thinking about, engaging in something with. If you find the things that don't feel right, please investigate. Please don't expect another person to do for you what you should be doing for yourself. And the main thing is be honest with yourself so you can be honest with somebody else. Wow. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. If you like what you hear, please like, subscribe, and share. Oh, happy Memorial Day to you all. And I know y'all gonna be out there queuing it up. So we'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye bye.